Yo, what is up guys, and welcome to another Honkai Star Rail video. Yep, it's time for another Memory of Chaos video. This time I'll be tackling floor 12 with my newly geared team, or re-geared team. The relics and gears might be a little bit different, but the teams I used for both halves are pretty much the same as before. For the first half we have Ting Young, Pela, Bailu, and Imbibitor Lunane. Second half we got Zile, Silver Wolf, the newly acquired Ruan Mei, and Fu Xuan. Anyways, I believe I had a pretty clean run this time with maybe a few minor mistakes. Regardless, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay. So for the first half, we start off with two Ting Young techniques, a Bailu technique, and we start the fight with Pela's technique for the extra defense shred. Immediately tap the 1 key to use Ting Young's ultimate on Daniel and buff him up with the attack buff. Pela's got her ultimate. We use it here to apply defense break and weakness break the two trash mobs. This week's Turbulence, you want to be weakness breaking and attacking weakness broken enemies so you get more damage from the memory turbulence. It's actually quite a bit of damage, although it is random, so if there's too many like random small mobs to the side, the damage could be wasted, and you'll see it shortly here in a moment. Alright, so we weakness break the general, and now we're just going to be hitting him so we get more stacks of the memory turbulence, as well as dispelling the buff that heals him. So you can see here a lot of the memory turbulence damage went to the side mobs, which is a bit unfortunate. Dan Hung not looking too healthy here, so we're going to pop Bailu's ultimate to keep him alive. Gonna keep hitting the weakness broken general. Got Ting Young's ultimate again here. Here I'm deciding who to hit. It's pretty obvious that I should be hitting the weakness broken enemy. Not sure why it took that long. Alright, here's Pela's ultimate again. Alright, it's hitting Bailu, which is fine. Bailu is more than durable enough. Alright, he's finally awake. Honestly, here's a small mistake. I probably should have Ting Young ultimate a lot earlier. I thought the triple enhanced basic attack was going to give him enough energy for his ultimate, and I plan on using Ting Young's ultimate immediately after he used his ultimate, but clearly I miscalculated, so a little bit unfortunate. Here I'm deciding which level of basic attack I want to use. Honestly, the level 1 enhanced basic attack, or just a regular basic attack, could probably kill him, so we finish that off. Second wave. Now, I had a bit of trouble with this fight because it's a lot of RNG due to Kafka. I don't really have, obviously, there's no cleanser on the team, and I have to bring Fu Xuan to the other side because she pairs really well with Zile. Here we get a little bit lucky and unlucky. I mean, Lunane dies here, but the worst target for Kafka to actually target would be Lunane. So she targeted Ting Young for the dominate, which is okay. Either Pela or Ting Young is decent. They don't really do that much damage, and they can fairly recover quickly from it. The best target, obviously, is my Bailu, believe it or not. Even though, if Bailu does get dominated, she won't be able to revive or heal. However, my Bailu has, like, close to, I think, around 70-something effect res. So, I've had runs where she tried to dominate Bailu, and she just resisted it quite a few times. So, Bailu would definitely be the main target. Alright, back on track here. Where are we? We are trying to kill Kafka here. I hit the, I hit the Psymob because he was weakness broken for more turbulence stacks, but we were already at max stacks, so a little bit of a misplay, but it's not a big deal. Bailu doesn't really do damage. Ting Young's finally broken out of the domination phase, so she can finally take actions. There's the AoE, doesn't do much thanks to Bailu's invigoration. Here's the ultimate from Ting Young onto Imbibitor Lunane. Gonna keep hitting the weakness broken general to get more stacks. And here we're gonna focus down Kafka, combo it into his ultimate here. It's gonna weakness break Kafka as well. Keep focusing Kafka because the general is fairly low HP. And we have a maxed stack turbulence buff. Here's Pela's ultimate for the defense shred as well. Alright, pop the Bailu ult to keep everyone alive. We don't have a revive anymore, so we have to play it really safe now. And we're just going to smack Kafka one more time. Look how much damage that Turbulence does. It almost kills off both of them. They're both like really low HP. So we can definitely finish them off before the end of this cycle. Really didn't need to do that. I'm not sure why. Could have just basic attacked. Basically, we just gotta get to Lunane's turn, and he'll just one-shot both of them. And there's the first half. Finished it within 3 cycles. Yep. Second half, we start off with HOYO-MiX technique, Fushuan technique, and we start the fight with Zilei's technique for the Resurgence buff. So we're gonna focus down. I believe that lady is called the Ascended because she procs a lot of Wind Shear DOT, which is the main weakness of Fushuan. She's very weak to damage over time debuffs and to heavy AoE, hard-hitting AoE attacks, and she sort of does both of that. So we want to get rid of her as soon as possible. The Silvermane Guard General really doesn't do much. He just has a lot of strong single target, which Fushuan's actually really good against. So we ultimate into the Ascended, and then Fushuan's gonna reset the Matrix, pop the ultimate, get a lot. We're gonna get a lot of weakness breaks here, which is nice for the Turbulence. Fushuan takes a spear to the face, but it's whatever. Here we pick a soldier to get the Resurgence proc into the ultimate here. Debatable here whether or not I should have used the extra skill here onto the, what do you call it, the General or the Ascended. I chose the Ascended because I was like, I mean, the next turn's coming, or the next cycle is coming up, and there's going to be a lot of damage coming in from the Turbulence, so I was like, maybe it'll do more damage if there's less targets for it to hit. I don't think it would have made much of a difference, though. We weren't going to finish the first wave within this cycle, as you can clearly see. The General still has like more than half his HP. Alright, some more damage from the Turbulence. Fushuan used up one of her heals, which is fine. Also debatable whether or not I should have used HOYO-MiX ultimate here. I could have saved it for the next cycle. I guess it's more energy efficient. And we finish off the Silvermane General or Guard. I never figured out his name. And now we're on to the second wave, which is the annoying Swarm Disaster bug that nobody likes. Here we go ahead, and I think I saved the ultimate here because I want to save it for Silverwolf's ultimate, which is coming up. I want the huge defense break into the ultimate on the giant bug. We go ahead and basic attack the small bug just to get an additional stack for the Memory Turbulence. Memory Turbulence. Yikes, that was bad. Anyways, and then we pop the ultimate from Silverwolf. And there's Fushuan's ultimate as well. Now we throw Zilei's ultimate into the big bug, and it does about 140k damage. Not too bad. Here we're going to get a Resurgence proc from the small bug. And we're going to use it onto the main bug since he's defense broken. Here I decide a weakness break, the main boss, to freeze him. So we're at max stacks now. That, what do you call it? That Turbulence is going to hit like a truck once it gets to the next cycle. Look at that. 190k damage. That's not even including the explosion from the small bug. Alright, on to phase 2. Luckily, there's only 2 phases in Memory of Chaos. If there were 3 phases for this fight, don't get any ideas, Hoyoverse. That would be quite disastrous. Right, here's HOYO-MiX's ultimate. We just use the skill here on Silverwolf, just for additional energy regeneration and damage, honestly. Because we will be overcapped on skill points if I didn't. I think here I was holding Zilei's ultimate again for the Silverwolf combo, but I realized that it's not going to be until the next turn when she gets it, so I decided to just rip the ultimate onto a smaller one of the trash mobs for the Resurgence proc and just more damage. And then We kill another small bug that has 3 explosions into another resurgence to this bug here. Here it's debatable whether or not I should have actually saved it until Silverwolf's turn. I think it's really close. I don't think I could have killed the bug off within this cycle, because if you take a look here, what do you call it? Once I take the turn. Once Silverwolf takes her turn and uses her ultimate here to weakness break the big bug, I think he lives with like 30% HP, and I don't think it would have been enough damage. Anyways, that's it. We finished it with 23 cycles remaining. Alright, now let me go over my newly equipped characters, starting off with my Imbibitor Lunane. Here are his stats. He got a lot more crit rate, over 70% for the Rutland set. Unfortunately, I did sacrifice about like 20% crit damage, so I'm not too happy about it. I'm not sure if I actually got a boost or I ended up losing damage. You guys let me know in the comments below. This is Lycone, same on the Fawn of an Eon. Traces are maxed. Here are his relics, relatively the same other than the Planar Sphere and the Link Rope. Here is his new Planar Sphere, which could be better. It's got 2 good substats, but the rolls were mostly into it. I think it rolled once in the flat defense, which is a bit unfortunate. And honestly, for this Link Rope, I didn't really even want to enhance it at first, because I was like, it's got speed and crit rate, but it's missing crit damage. And it's got effect hit rate. But I rolled it. It all went into speed, and it had 1 roll in the crit rate. I was like, this is usable. It's definitely usable. And my Imbibitor Lunane is slow as heck, so this actually does help out with his speed cycling. So I was like, okay, it's usable. I'm just gonna have to sacrifice some crit damage for more, I guess it's more consistent damage now that I think about it. But yeah, it could still be improved, but I don't know. I feel like I'm being a little bit too harsh on his relics. As for Eidolons, he's at Eidolon 2. Alright, next is my Fu Xuan. These are her stats. Lycone is Japard's Lycone, Moment of Victory. Traces, I might need to work on later, but for now, she's doing her job perfectly fine, at least for the Memory of Chaos. These are her relics. 2-piece speed, 2-piece HP. Eventually, I might swap out the, what do you call it? Also, I finally gave her a energy regeneration rope. Finally. Might swap out the 2-piece speed later on for a defense set of some sort, just for more durability, because she doesn't need to be that fast. As for Eidolon, she's at Eidolon 0. Next is my Silverwolf. These are her stats. I think I ended up giving up a little bit of effect hit rate. She needs like 98 or 99% to be 100% guaranteed to land her implant, but honestly 96 is good enough. Light Cone before the tutorial mission starts. Traces almost maxed out. Relics are almost the same. I changed out her Planar Sphere and Link Rope. Yeah, she's still using the same. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to get any better Musketeer set relic pieces for her. This is pretty much best in slot. Like, almost little to no improvement. I gave her a new Quantum Damage Boost Sphere with insane substats. It's got 5 speed, crit rate, and the effect res really does help her activate the Broken Keel set. And then her Link Rope is pretty much just as cracked. Kind of wish there was a little bit more rolls in the crit rate instead of crit damage, but other than that, this is basically almost near perfect. So yeah, now she has the Broken Keel set on her, so it's even more crit damage for herself and the rest of my team. As for Eidolons, she's at Eidolon 0. Alright, next is Ruan Mei. Worked on her a little bit. Got her break effect almost to the level you want. You want 160%, so you can get the max effect. I'm a little bit short, but eventually we'll make up for it when we get more copies of her Lycone to superimpose it for more break effect. Effect resist, just enough for the Broken Keel, which I did put on her. Lycone, she's using Memories of the Past. Like I said, it's only superimposition level 1, but once we get more copies of it, no matter how long that takes, she's gonna get stronger. Traces, I put some investment into her. Obviously, her basic attack is still level 1. I can get more defense and probably max out her main skills once I have the time. These are her relics. I'm running a 2-piece break set and a 2-piece speed set. Honestly, I don't have really good, what do you call it, break effect pieces. I guess this one is okay. This one's actually pretty damn good. It's got a lot of break effect and speed. This one's meh. She doesn't really want the attack percent. Alright, and these are her speed gears, which are not too bad. A lot of speed, substats. She's using this as her planar sphere. Pretty good stats overall, just lacking a little bit of speed, but I already got her to, I think, 161 speed, which is pretty high. It's one of the best breakpoints for supports. And this is her link rope. As for Eidolon, she's at Eidolon 0. Next is my Zile, who I believe got the better upgrade of my two DPS characters, believe it or not. Her relics are already pretty cracked before, but the fact that I could put a Rutulin set on her just makes her damage even more consistent. As you can see, her crit rate and crit damage are pretty solid. With Fu Shen, she actually hits the amount you need for the Rutulin set. So that's why I kind of have to pair her with Fu Shen almost all the time whenever I go into any sort of stage or whatnot. This is her Light Cone, cruising the Stellar Sea. Traces are pretty much maxed other than her basic attack. Relics, pretty much almost the same, except for her Planar Sphere and Link Rope. Yeah, I mostly changed out the Planar Sphere and Link Rope for the majority of my characters. So this is her new sphere, Quantum Damage Boost. Near perfect. This could have been attack percent, but that's hoping for too much. And it also could have rolled not 2 times in the HP, but other than that, pretty solid overall. Yeah. I guess asking for anything better will be too greedy. The attack percent rope is pretty much the same. Honestly, if it had speed and crit rate, I was like, I'm gonna enhance it no matter what. Probably max it out as long as it doesn't like all roll into flat HP and what do you call it, defense percent. I believe it rolled what do you call it, twice in the defense, once in the speed, and twice in the crit rate. So 3 of the 2 into good substats. So not too bad overall. Eidolons, she's at Eidolon 0. Next is my Ting Young, who I actually maxed out to level 80 just for the extra durability and attack percent. Since I changed her relics, she was having a little bit of trouble getting to 2,600 attack, which is where you want her to be. I overcapped it a little bit, but it's perfectly fine. These are her stats. Just enough effect resist for the Broken Keel set, which I did give her. Lycone, actually no, I already had, but the battle isn't over already on her. It's a pretty good Lycone for her in general, just due to the energy regeneration rate, and the extra skill point occasionally helps out when she's paired with Imbibitor Lunane, or even Zele, honestly. They both eat up a lot of skill points. These are her traces. I did put some, what do you call it, investment into it. I believe they were all like level 6 or level 7 before, so I can definitely put more investment into it. Maybe later on, when there's an event. For her relics, I completely changed it out. She used to have a 4-piece Musketeer set. My Imbibitor Lunane is too slow, so I was like, she kind of needs to be on this 4-piece Hackerspace set in order to make him take more turns within a cycle. So these are the pieces. Pretty cracked overall. I actually had her at 174 speed. I actually made it to the 174 speed breakpoint, but there came an issue where I needed gear for, I believe, either Asta or what was it, Payla, I don't remember. So I had to give up one of the pieces that had like 7 speed. So instead, I think I gave her, it was this one right here, the attack percent body piece, which only has 2 speed, but it has a lot of HP, and the attack percent is obviously good for Ting Young. So we sacrificed some speed, so she's only at the 161 speed thresh point now, but I think that's still more than enough to keep up with the skill point usage for Imbibitor Lunane, especially when she's running Bronya's Lycone. For the Planar Sphere and Link Rope, I actually changed it out as well. I swapped her to the Broken Keel set, which I was having a little bit of trouble finding enough effect res, but we got there eventually. And there's the Energy Regeneration Rope. This is pretty cracked right here. 6 speed, some effect resist. The break effects, meh, whatever. There might be another character that needs it in the future. Eidolons, she's only at Eidolon 1, but that's already pretty nice thanks to the speed boost that she can give it to my Imbibitor Lunane. Alright, now it's Bailu's turn. These are her stats. As you can see, I wasn't lying. She quite literally has 70% effect resist. So that's the main reason why she can just completely, almost resist Kafka's domination debuff. That's also partially thanks to her Lycone Perfect Timing, which gives her 20% effect resist, as well as boosting her healing overall due to how much effect resist you have. Traces are the same. I didn't put any more investment into her. I feel like she's perfectly fine the way she is. I did work with her relics a bit. I took out the outgoing healing set that I was basically forcing onto her before. Now I just gave her a 2-piece speed and HP set, which is much better in my opinion. Yeah, a lot of these pieces have either a lot of speed, HP, and or effect resist. And I gave her a broken keel set, which is another reason why her effect resist is so high. Eidolon, she's at Eidolon 0. And of course, last but not least, is my Pela. These are her stats. I also managed to get her to the 161 speed thresh point, so that's really good for skill point generation for my Imbiber Lunane. I have the Sweaty Lycone on her for the additional defense break. Finally got this Lycone upgraded. These are her traces, very low investment. I might have to put more investment later on. You'll see once we get to that though. These are her relics. I decided to give her a 2-piece HP and 2-piece speed set because honestly, for Memory of Chaos at least, I'm not using Pela as a damage dealer. She just needs to put the debuffs, generate skill points, and stay alive. That's her job. So here you go. These are some of her relics. Pretty nice overall. HP's Planar Sphere. 8 speed. That's, I think the highest speed substat I have in this game right now is 9 speed. I forgot who I put it on. And a energy regeneration rope. Oh yeah, she's not, she doesn't have a 2-piece set for her link rope and planar sphere because I couldn't find one, but that's perfectly fine. Eidolons, she's at Eidolon 3, or actually Eidolon 4. Okay guys, well that's going to be it for this Honkai Star Rail video. If you guys enjoyed the video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. But other than that, I'll see you guys in the next Honkai Star Rail video. Peace.
Wanna spy? Disappear.